Let us have a look at how to use the print function in Python. So when you have opened your JupyterLab environment, you can click on Python 3 Notebook and a new notebook will show up. If you don't like the title, if it's highlighted in blue on the navigation bar, right-click it and selecting rename, you can then call it something more meaningful like print function. I just click that away so I have clean code. So the print function is used by typing the word print followed by round parentheses. Within the round parentheses you put whatever you want to have printed, and if that's plain text it goes into quotes. So I type some letters like hello, I execute, that's shift enter, and then I can see whatever is between the quotes, it's displayed below the cell as a text, in this case the word hello. If I repeat it within quotes, I can have hello again. I can have more items. So if I put another pair of quotes and I put Jane and execute the code, then I have the two words hello Jane separated by a blank space. Now if I put a lot of empty spaces between those two items and I execute the code, nothing will happen. So those spaces will just be ignored. If, however, instead of this I put a lot of empty spaces within the quotes, they will reflect in the output accordingly. So this is a way of, say, separating those words, and there's a much more convenient way of separating the items within the print function. So I'll show you an example. So if you have the words hello and separated by comma Jane, then you can specify how they are separated by using the keyword argument sep. So you set the separator, that's short for separator, set it equal to, and whatever you want to have between the items you put in single quotes. So say you want to have a space and 3 colons and another space. Executing the code, now these items are separated by space, 3 colons and a space. And if you have multiple items in your print function, then each item will be separated from the other by this set of characters that you put as the separator. If I just copy that whole line here and put it in a new cell, there's a special type of separators. These separators that we have used so far, they are just characters, but you can also have special type of separators, and they typically come with a backslash. So I'll just show you one. It's \n, and if we have \n, you can see what happens. The second item comes in a new line. So \n stands for new line, and you can use that to have each item displayed starting at the beginning. That's almost it. A very peculiar type of instruction can be used by using the \u, and I'll just show you one example. \u is for Unicode, and if I put in a certain Unicode ID, it's 1, 2, 3 zeros followed by 1 and then F637, a very mysterious code, and if I execute that, you can see it's an emoji displayed. I can even make that a little bit bigger so you can see it's the emoji that has a face mask. So these are the things that you can do if you know how to use those special instructions that come with the backslash, like \n and \u. Make this normal again. Finally, I'll show you something that's very useful for your own coding and that you are recommended to use extensively. You can see I have a cell highlighted here in blue, and it says on the top here, it says code. Now in the drop-down menu it shows you there are more options. If you pick the Markdown option, then this becomes a Markdown cell. So it will no longer be able to execute Python code, but it will be able to understand text, for example, to understand URLs or web links. So here's a web link to the full list of emojis, because now of course we need to know how to connect emoji and this mysterious Unicode. If I now execute this Markdown cell, I'll have a link that I can use to click on, and if I click on it, the list of emojis and their Unicodes will open in a separate browser window. And if I scroll down, you can see that the smiley here has a Unicode which is in the second column, and it's 1F600. The beginning you might be able to guess from the example I show you. It's \U and 3 zeros, which is here abbreviated by capital U and plus. So that's what I want to tell you about the print function. There are many more options. Specifically, you can also use that print functions to save results or data to a text file on your computer.